Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Devin, and I'm currently waiting for my hair to grow back, so y'all just gonna have to admit that I'm handsome with hair or without hair, and we'll keep it moving, okay? Today we're gonna be talking about how we fall into the pit of comparing ourselves to other trans people. Specifically, when I'm talking about this, I mean fitness, facial hair, passing ability, stuff like that, because I think that it's important that we don't compare ourselves, but I still also want to acknowledge where that self-comparison comes from and how we can validate that as well. But before I get into that, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, you can go ahead and email me, or you can fill out my coaching application link, which is going to be down below. You can also check out my website, evanspears.com, where you can find my training program, MASC Made Simple, as well as my high protein cookbook, Healthy Doesn't Suck. You can also check out my dumbbell only training plan, okay? Self-comparison comes in many different ways. Some of them can be insidious, and I think that comparing ourselves to trans people can be the most insidious because we feel like we share this identity, right? We're coming from a similar place, you know, we're AFAB. It feels safer to compare yourself to a trans man or to a trans masculine person because we have a similar background. It's not like comparing yourself to a cis man, whereas someone who's trans like myself, or, you know, looking at other big prominent trans men / trans masculine figures like my homie Leith, all these trans people that we look at, we're like, yo, like, I want to look like that. You have to understand that similarly to cis men, we also have different genetics, we have different start points, we have different lifestyles. Just every single aspect of a human being is so individual that it's not safe to compare yourself to a trans man or to another person, right? Something that's important to keep in mind is that the reason why you're seeing this person is because they're different than other people, right? Like the reason why, Leith, if you're watching this video, I'm not trying to gas you up like that, but you're a fucking model, bro, so you already knew it was coming, okay? The reason why Leith is so successful with what he does is because he's a handsome motherfucker, right? So he's gonna be that 1% that you're seeing. The reason why some of y'all, I'm not trying to gas myself up too much, but some of y'all look up to my physique, as mind-blowing as that even is to say, is because, like, I work my ass off and this is my lifestyle, and, you know, I have a very decent physique, which is why you're seeing me, right? You don't look at people who have highly attainable physiques and think, I wish I looked like them. You don't compare yourself to people who have, you know, normal quote unquote physiques because it's just like, well, you know, that's not aspirational, so I don't want that. When in reality, it's not correct to compare yourself to that 1% of people. First thing to acknowledge is genetics. We can't control how our face comes out of our mother's womb.
I sure hate to be him. Yeah.
As much as we wish we could, we cannot, right? So to say, oh, well, you know, this person's facial structure is better than mine, like it's more masculine, you know? Like I literally thought I was gonna grow a full-on beard. This is like the best that my body can produce, and then when it gets to like the jawline, it'll just look scraggly as hell. So I'm stuck with a goatee and I will take it, okay? We can't control stuff like facial hair, right? You can take medical routes to, you know, intervene with this. You can get facial masculinization surgery, which my homie Ray has done. I'll pop a picture of them somewhere over here. You can get a beard transplant, which a lot of my homies have done as well. You can go out of your way to attain these things, right? That has to come from a pure place. It can't come from a place of hating your body. It has to come from a place of, I love myself and I wish to see myself affirmed in a way that feels more like the inside, as opposed to, I fucking hate myself. What can I do to make myself hate myself less? I know that that's where a lot of us are coming from, but it shouldn't be where a lot of us are coming from. So genetics, one, is a very big thing, right? Second thing, and the thing that I'm gonna be, you know, the most transparent about is lifestyle. I'm not super normal and I had to realize this when I first started my coaching, right? I don't need to go out very often. I don't drink, I don't smoke or do drugs or anything like that. My lifestyle basically consists of going to the gym, checking with my clients, creating content, as annoying as that freaking sounds, and it's cringy to even say that, and hanging out with my girlfriend, and then sometimes hanging out with other people as well, right? My lifestyle is very conducive to bodybuilding, and I've set it up to be so. I don't feel like I'm missing out by doing this, right? But all that to say, my lifestyle and what I love to do is highly conducive to what you see on my Instagram and on YouTube here, right? It's not like I'm over here doing what I used to do before, which was medical assisting. I wake up, I go to the gym, check with my clients, go for a walk, get back, walk on my walking pad while I'm talking to my clients, client videos on my walking pad. Like everything that I do, my food, my meal prep, I don't mind eating what I'm eating. So like I said, my lifestyle is not really comparable to another person's lifestyle. If you're working, you know, a computer job and you're not working from home, are you going to be able to get 12,000 steps? All that to say, should you be comparing yourself, your physique, your output to someone like myself who, this is all I do? The answer is no. It's supposed to be aspirational and not comparison and making you feel like shit. Now, another thing that I actually do, and I consistently am practicing this, and something that I want y'all to do seriously, like I'm actually imploring you to do this, is to diversify the content that you're consuming, right? Whether that's Instagram or TikTok, and you fall into this pit of only following people who are shredded, you need to go out of your way to find people who are like bulkier, find people who are thick, find people who don't have visible abs. That sounds funny to say, but if all you're seeing is this feedback loop of people who look like freaking Calvin Klein models, yeah, you're gonna feel like shit, because like normal people don't look like that. Diversify your feed, right? I follow meme accounts. I love monkey videos. I don't know why. Like, I literally love monkey videos, and a lot of my Instagram feed at this point is monkey videos and cat videos, and I like it like that. I follow bodybuilders and I follow powerlifters, but I made a strategic move to unfollow influencers who all they post is pictures of their abs, some half-ass caption, and they keep it moving, and they want you to use their code. You're not getting anything from that interaction. They're using you because they want to get their, their influencer money, whatever, but they're not providing you any value. So unfollow people who are not providing you any value, because that's the type of time that you should be on with how you're spending your attention, because attention is capital, okay? So spend your capital like you mean it. You are, as corny and woo-woo as this is gonna sound, you're on your own journey. Like, yo, nobody has your biology. Nobody has your family history. Nobody has your experiences. Nobody is you, homie. Nobody is you. Compare yourself to yourself. And that doesn't mean that you can't get discouraged by that. When I was like 20 years old and I was like way thicker than I ever wanted to get, and I compared myself to myself, I was like, yo, this is not the best you can do, Devin. This is not the best person you can be. These are not the purest intentions that you can have. And you need to freaking treat yourself better, bro. Like, you need to treat yourself better. Not to say, oh, compare yourself to yourself and, well, I'm doing a good job. Everything is great. And have that hard conversation with yourself. But never should those hard conversations come from a place of, well, XYZ person is doing so much more than me. I guess I'm a piece of shit. They have no relation to you. It doesn't matter if they grew up in the same house as you. You guys are not on the same journey. And don't hurt yourself, because that's not going to produce positivity. Something I say to myself a lot is try to produce positivity from positivity. You can't produce positive results from a negative place, like feeling so bad about yourself that you just get your act together. Or you can say, hey, I love myself. I know I'm capable of more, so I'm gonna get my shit right. Woo! Boy, was I talking. Can you guys tell that I've had caffeine today? Like I said, if you are interested in working together, definitely can email me. We can talk about our options. Also follow me on Instagram. It's at DVNSPRS. And like I said, I actually work on providing value. I'm not just a pretty face. Like I always say, Devin loves you. Devin's Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.